Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back as always to the Thai Expat Daily Show, where we're bringing you the daily news each and every day. Now, before we do get started, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. And if you want to support the show, the easiest and the best way to do so is to become a channel member by just hitting the join button down below. Now that that's all done and dusted, let's jump into those trending stories in Thailand today. 8 foreign tourists were rescued from dangerous waters off Phuket after disregarding beach safety warnings. The first incident involved 2 Indian couples who entered the rough sea at Karan Beach, ignoring the red flags, signaling hazardous conditions. Struggling against the wind and waves, they were unable to swim back to shore and called for assistance. Lifeguards on duty quickly launched a speedboat, rescuing the exhausted tourists and providing them with first aid before transporting them to Shillong District Hospital. A similar scenario unfolded at Patong Beach at around 3 p.m. 4 Russian tourists ventured into the rough sea, ignoring the posted warnings. They soon found themselves swept away by strong currents and called for help. Lifeguards acted swiftly, using a speedboat to bring the tourists back to safety. Due to rough seas and strong winds, red "Don't Swim" flags are currently displayed on nearly all Phuket beaches. Authorities strongly advise all beachgoers to respect these warnings to prevent accidents and ensure their safety. The Constitutional Court has scheduled July 10th as the first hearing for a petition against Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin of violating the Constitution by appointing Pishet Chuban as PM Officer Minister despite his criminal record. The petition, submitted by 40 former senators, claims the appointment breaches constitutional requirements for ministerial integrity and ethical standards. If the court rules in favour of the petitioners, Mr. Thavisin could lose his premiership. Currently on COVID-19 sick leave, the Prime Minister maintains that Pishet's appointment was lawful and consulted with the Council of State beforehand. Now, Mr. Thavisin is the 5th Prime Minister to face the Constitutional Court since its establishment in October 1997. His predecessor, Samsuk Sunjavi and Yingluck Shinawatra, were removed from office, while Thaksin Shinawatra and Prayut Chan-o-cha were cleared. Srettha is now the 3rd Premier from the Thaksin-affiliated Pheu Thai Party to be tried by the court. The controversy centres around Article 160 of the Constitution, which mandates that ministers must have evident integrity and high ethical standards. Pishet had previously been jailed for 6 months for contempt of court in a 2008 case where he attempted to bribe court officials. Critics argue that Pishet's appointment was influenced by his close relationship with Thaksin, who returned from self-imposed exile last year. Pishet has since resigned, leaving Mr. Thavisin to face the legal challenge alone. The Constitutional Court dropped the case against Pishet but accepted the case against Srettha with a 6-3 vote. In a narrow 5-4 vote, the court decided not to suspend Srettha pending the verdict. The ruling on the case could have significant implications for the Thai political landscape, especially given Srettha's affiliation with the influential Pheu Thai Party, currently led by Thaksin's daughter, Paetong Tarn. The government has decided against extending alcohol sales hours due to a significant rise in road safety casualties and accidents. Public Health Minister Mr. Somsak announced that the Alcohol Beverage Control Committee reviewed road accident statistics and legal considerations leading to this decision. Currently, alcohol sales in stores are permitted between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. to midnight, totaling 10 hours daily. Bars, restaurants and nightclubs are subject to local jurisdiction approved hours. The committee discussed a pilot project that extended alcohol sales by 2 hours in key tourist destinations including Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Chonburi, Phuket and Koh Samui. This initiative, launched on December 15th, allowed 1,800 entertainment venues to remain open until 4 a.m. to boost tourism. However, the project resulted in a 31% increase in road accidents and fatalities, particularly between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. These findings were instrumental in the decision not to extend sale hours. The restrictions on alcohol sales between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. established by the 1972 coup regime remains in effect and is not governed by the Alcohol Beverage Control Act. Meanwhile, 5 draft laws concerning alcohol beverages are pending parliamentary review. The number of Thai visitors to South Korea saw a significant drop of 21% between January and April this year compared to the same period last year, mainly due to unexplained refusal of entry at the border. According to the South China Morning Post, Thais now rank behind Vietnamese and Filipino tourists in visiting South Korea. This decline is in stark contrast to the overall 87% increase in foreign tourists during the same period, as reported by the Yonhap news agency. In 2019, Thailand led Southeast Asia in tours to South Korea, with 572,000 visitors, surpassing Vietnam and the Philippines. However, the decline has been attributed to negative sentiment from frequent entry refusals at South Korea's borders. South Korea introduced the Korea Electronic Travel Authorization, or the KETA system, requiring travelers from 112 countries to register and obtain entry approval online before their trip. Despite registering online, many Thai tourists have been denied entry upon arrival in Seoul without clear explanation, causing widespread dissatisfaction. These entry refusal stories have gone viral on Thai social media, contributing to the decline in tourist numbers. Industry experts and tourism authorities believe the stricter entry requirements for Thai nationals stem from Thailand being a leading source of illegal immigrants to South Korea. The Korean Justice Ministry maintains that these measures are essential to prevent illegal immigration and are not discriminatory against Thais. However, the tourism authorities, aiming to attract 20 million foreign tourists annually, are concerned about the impact. It can only be explained by the KETA, a Thai Minister of Culture, Sports and Tourism official stated. Despite requests for a temporary exemption from the system this year, which has been designated as a Visit Korea year, the Ministry of Justice remains firm on its stance. Thai immigration officers, in collaboration with Malaysian authorities, apprehended a Colombian suspect linked to a high-profile theft in Kuala Lumpur. The arrest took place after an extensive operation tracking the suspect's movements. On May 31st of this year, a group of thieves targeted the residence of a prominent businessman in Kuala Lumpur, stealing valuables worth over 70 million baht. The audacious burglary shocked the Malaysian capital, leading to a swift response from law enforcement agencies. Malaysian police identified 8 suspects involved in the heist, while 7 were apprehended. The mastermind, initially identified as Mr. Lopez, a 30-year-old Guatemalan national, managed to evade capture and crossed into Thailand illegally. Thai authorities received intelligence that Mr. Lopez had arrived in Songkhla and was making his way to Bangkok. Officers tracked him to a luxury hotel in Sukhumvit, area of Klang Toi, where he was arrested without incident. During interrogation, Mr. Lopez revealed that his true identity was actually Mr. Miguel, a 39-year-old Colombian national. He had no record of legal entry into Thailand and remained silent about his accomplices and criminal activities. Further investigation uncovered Mr. Miguel's history of criminal involvement. In 2010, he was part of a notorious gang of serial thieves, and his name was flagged on the Thailand Immigration Bureau's watch list. Mr. Miguel faces charges related to illegal entry into Thailand, and authorities are preparing for his extradition to Malaysia, where he will be tried for his role in the multi-million baht heist. An Italian man has been arrested on Samui Island for allegedly selling cocaine and illegally operating a rental motorbike shop using a Thai nominee to disguise his ownership. The suspect, identified as 39-year-old Mr. Matteo, was apprehended by Surat Thani Immigration on Lamai Beach Road in the Maret sub-district. Authorities acted on information from concerned citizens that an Italian man was selling cocaine to tourists at bars and nightclubs on the island. Surat Thani Immigration conducted a sting operation during which they arranged to purchase 25 grams of cocaine from Mr. Matteo for 62,500 baht. The transaction was set to take place at a bar near Lamai Beach. When Mr. Matteo realized his customer was an undercover officer, he attempted to flee on a motorbike. However, he was quickly blocked and arrested by police and immigration officials. During the arrest, officers seized 31 grams of cocaine from him. Further investigation led officers to Mr. Matteo's rental motorbike shop in the Maret sub-district. Police confiscated 70 motorbikes, 8 bank books containing more than 8 million baht from illegal transactions, and 1.1 million baht in cash from the shop. The business has registered under the name of a Thai woman, Mrs. Wasana, who was found to be a nominee disguising Mr. Matteo's true ownership. Mr. Matteo was taken to Boput police station and charged with illegal possession of Category 2 drugs with intent to sell and operating an illegal foreign business. Mrs. Wasana was also charged with supporting a foreigner in owning a business as a nominee. Authorities revealed that Mr. Matteo had used money from drug sales to establish the motorbike rental shop. So as we conclude today's episode, I want to invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. This show isn't just about delivering news, it's about fostering a conversation. Your insights and perspective matter to me. So keep the dialogue alive, like this video, subscribe to our channel and share it with others. Your support means the world to us. I'm Kieran Mack. You've been tuning in to the Thai Expat Daily Show. Until next time, take care and stay engaged.